utilizing this contract has a friend already. Here is the friend of this account, and this is the account details. This is the friend request list, because as of now, the friend does not have any friend request, and this is the total list of friend that Superchat has. As you can see, it has 5 total users, in which he has 1 friend, and that friend is not displaying in this total list because this list can be used to add a friend. So I can easily send friend request with this list. So for the purpose of live testing, I've deployed 3 new sets of contracts to the testnet network, and we'll be making use of our local server to see how this authentication flow is. So I'm going to close this, and we have our local server running at port 8080. So I'm going to head back here and replace this with local port 8080. So the first thing that happens when a user enters the platform is to register the user. Now, the way we make use of where we handle the registration process is to check through the user's wallet address and fetch the user's details on superhero.com. So if we connect this app now, this local host Superchat, to this account, we'll be able to get the details of this account added to the Superchat app. Okay, now if we go to list, we have this should fetch the user profile, but it's not fetching it because this account, we're making use of Superhero on a mainnet server, and our contract is on the testnet network. So I'm going to change this to testnet. Now we are connected, and we have 3.12 AE. So if I reload this page now, I should get my account. So while this page is loading, we can, it's loaded already. So this contract call is telling us to accept our account creation on the Superchat app. So I'm accepting that now, and I'm going to reload this page in order to fetch my profile. So this new 3 contract I deployed has now 3 friends. As you can see, we have our name sorted out already alongside our superhero image. So a user detail is gotten on Superchat through the superhero details. If we look through the friend total users on the chat app as of now, we'll see 3 total users, 0 friend. These 2 plus the current user makes it 3. So this user and this user are test users that I'll use during this demo. These users are from AEstudio, and I would show you how I'm going to communicate between them. So the first thing I want to do is to send friend request to this Jet AEstudio user, send another friend request to Superchat, and then reject one and accept one. So I'm going to send one, send them this. Okay, this is the contract code confirmation. I'm going to connect that. Okay, we should have, yes, we have our friend request sent already. So if I go to AEstudio now, I sent friend request to the Jet account. So if I'm to get, my Jet account is this first one. So if I'm to get my friend request list now through AEstudio, what I'm going to do is to come here and get this function, get friend request. Great, we have our friend request. which contains the profile of the user that sent the friend request. So our friend request function is working. So I'm going to send friend request to him as well, to the second user, while I accept this friend request here. So this is the contract call. I'm going to confirm that. Confirm, and then I accept this one. Accept this friend request. Great, it has returned. So if I'm to get friend now, I should get this friend here. And if I should call this back here, my friend request tab would be empty. Great. So if I am to come to the second user to reject the friend request, I would go here. And I'm going to reject this friend request now and send the transaction. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to come back to this and reload the app itself now. In our list of all Superchat users, which is this search section of the app, I should see just one user that I can send friend request to, because I now have one friend, and we have 3 total users. So if I'm to, presently I have no friend request, so I'm going to use this second user to send friend requests to me on the chat app, so as to show how friend request works and looks out on the chat app. Okay, so if I reload this page now, I should get a friend request from Superchat user. Great. Now I have a friend request from Superchat user that I can either accept or reject. And if I go back here, I still have him here because it's not yet my friend. And if I go to my list of friends here, I have Jet AE Studio as my friend, in which I can start chatting with him. So I'm going to reject this. And confirm that. Okay, now let's test sending funds using Superchat. Presently, as we can see here, we have 3.12 AE on this account, and this account of Jet AE Studio, which is this first user. Let me get the profile. Okay, we're getting the profile. I just want to confirm that this account is Jet user, would have 9.99 AE. Yes, it's Jet AE Studio. So this is 9.99 AE. So I want to send funds from Superchat to that user, to this user, and it's done this way. So you enter the amount you want to send. In this case, since we have 3 AE, I'm going to use 1, and I'm going to say hello with 1 AE. So by the time I send this, I should get a contract confirmation in which the amount now is 1 AE, and the gas fee is 0.0018. So by the time I confirm this, just confirming, great, hello with 1 AE. If I come back here, I now have 10.99 AE. Now, at the moment, what is supposed to happen after this is to display that I sent a message to Jet AE Studio, which is still in development. But on the contract, we can get this message from using the AE Studio. Now, to get an end message, what I'm going to do is to come back here so we can know that our account was really debited. I'm going to go back to the profile here. And it's loading friend. Okay, great. We had 3.12 AE before, now we have 2.12 AE. So our account was really debited, and that message really sent was successfully sent to Jet AE Studio account. So in order to confirm that, I'm going to copy this user address, this wallet address, go to AE Studio, and in the message contract, I want to get my messages with aeternityekiti.chain. So this is the address of aeternityekiti.chain, and if I call it locally here, I can get that, oh, the message was successfully sent, in which it has the amount that was sent, the category of message, which is a font type of message, the content of the message, which was what we included the other time, hello with AE, with 1 AE, the time the message was sent, which is the change of times function, and then the sender of the message, which is this same address. So this is showing that our message was successfully sent, and the user received the fund successfully. Another thing I would love to show you about the app, because we're still working on it, is how our A project tool test our contract. So just as we saw on our GitHub repository, this is my copy or my clone of the repo. And the test function or the test unit test script has 2 tests. The one that tests the contract, a single contract, and the one that tests the contract in the app in 3 different contracts. So if you check through this contract directory, you would see the Superchat smart contract that has all the functions for the old chat app. But the chat app is making use of 3 different contracts, in which this contract was split into 3 to make the contract and the app much more seamlessly in connecting and communicating with each other. So in order to test that, I'm going to end this one and start my local node and compiler. So while our compiler and local node is starting, I would just show us how this works. So we have our contract. We're testing our contract here, in which the first thing we're testing is actually to deploy the profile contract, the friend contract, and the message contract. Then we're registering 3 users on the using the smart chat profile contract. Then we're getting the detail and the total count of all users on the platform at that time of registering. Then we're sending a friend request from Alice, and we're sending that friend request here, and we're rejecting a friend. We're accepting a friend request here. We're rejecting a friend request here, and we're getting total users of the account that the friend request was sent to here. And here we are verifying if that account, if there's a friendship connection between the 2 accounts, the one that sent the friend request and the one that accepted the friend request. And we have this one to test if the message was sent. We have this that gets the message that was sent here. We have this that send font, that is phone message now, not a normal message. And we have this that gets that message, that phone message. So if I run the AE project test command now, it should successfully run all these contracts and tests without any warning. If that is completed, if that's done, that means we have all our contract functions tested well and working perfectly well. Just that we need a little more time to complete the chat feature of the Superchat app, in which would be done very soon. We had to do the video before the time of submission elapsed. So while this is loading, I'm going to continue our slide, but we'll take this back to Superchat on aekiti.com. Okay. So for conclusion, the contract demo, which is to test our Superchat contract, can be done using the A project test command, which I just ran now. And the similar output we should get if everything works well is 24 passing, and there is no Sophia test to execute again. While the team voted and chose to build a chat app after performing personal reviews on 10 different ideas, and after research, we found out possible questions that could be asked about the Superchat. So we prepared a document that answers this question and shows our research, which can be seen in this submission directory of the Superchat GitHub repository. So if we move to the submission directory, we would see these files here, in which the one that explains the whole chat app, the idea box, submission, the team research, and yeah, there we go. We have it. So presently, our test has checked through this single contract, and as it ran all the commands and none failed. So now it has deployed the Superchat friend contract, that has deployed the message, that has deployed the profile, and it's running these commands again. So that means we have 12 contracts each, because we should expect 24 successful message. Thank you. And as we await the result of our test, great. Our test was successful, and the app itself is running live on superchat.aekiti.com. And thank you.